I had one of my middle school teachers contact me about wanting a brand new PC build, a nice high-end one for gaming, but when they told me that they had a old case that they were interested in maybe me trying to build in, we had to take them up on that. So we're gonna talk about this crazy old case, super limited edition. We're gonna be doing a dope freaking PC inside of it, but we gotta pay for this PC somehow. So first, a word from today's sponsor.
If you've been watching the channel for a while now, then you know we love using today's sponsor, AliExpress, to buy PC parts for cheap. Right now, their back to school sale is live, and you can use my code to get an additional 20% off site-wide on already discounted prices. The best part is most of their items ship from inside the US now. We've ordered plenty of stuff off there, from CPU and GPUs to just random tech. Be sure to check the description for discount codes and more info. Big thanks to AliExpress for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to it.
So guys, we're gonna be doing essentially a resto mod PC because clearly this is a gaming PC. Now, he had this custom built from what he told me was IBuyPower. Now, I don't have any like complete proof on that, but I do know that it was a pre-built company that did it, and he spent a lot of money on this back in the day. It actually came with Windows Vista on it, which he told me was so bad that they later offered a free copy, a free upgrade of Windows 7, which is pretty funny to me. And he used this for many years, but he said he hasn't really used it much in the last few years because it's just so outdated. And so we're gonna be building a nice high-end PC inside of here because at first he was like, I just wanna spend maybe a couple $1,000s and have you guys build a nice new gaming PC. But he kept mentioning how he really loved his old case. And finally I was like, okay, what is your old case? Like, is it that cool? And he's like, well, it has flames on it and it's like an old gaming tower. And I was like, okay, I'm intrigued. And so once he brought this in, I was like, dude, we have to reuse this case. So what's cool about this case is it's extremely limited edition. So this was a company back in the day called Smooth Creations. This is actually a Cooler Master case that they basically took, and it was a pretty expensive case. It was about a $230 case that they took and they did automotive grade painting on it. So they painted it just like they would a car. And if you look, they were a limited edition. They only made 200 total of this design, which was called their like Blue Eternal Flame, I believe. And this is 168 of 200. And this costed over $1,000 for just the case, not the build. So I can't even imagine what the whole build costed. He doesn't remember, but I'm imagining it was, I almost want to say $4,000 or $5,000, and we really haven't looked at it much because we wanted to save it for you guys. So we know that it should work because he said he wants us to get some old photos and videos off of it, so I really hope that it works. But if we just press a couple of buttons back here, we can take off this panel, and it's pretty cool. We actually got acrylic, which is crazy, you know, for the early 2000s, which this would have been, I think, like mid 2000s. This is wild to me. So this is just fans. This isn't a radiator. It's nothing fancy. It is quite literally just fans on a large fan connector. And you can see here they had this giant cooler. Oh yeah, baby. They had this giant cooler which made it where you couldn't even put fans here. So honestly, we've come a long way in cooling solutions. Because of how self-sufficient hardware is these days, we could, no joke, take all the fans out of this build it with the new PC, and it would be fine. The temps would be just fine, but we're gonna be putting some new fans in this because he likes the RGB. So what we're kind of thinking is, we'll take this out completely because honestly, I kind of get the vibe that this will look cooler. Yeah, I mean, that already looks way better than, because the whole thing was covered before. And we're gonna deck it out. It's gonna have some RGB in it. We ended up going with I think an RX 9070 XT, and then I think I did a 9600X, so kind of like a mid to high end build. We got all new everything, new power supply. We have like some new front panel stuff, and there was some cool stuff with this build though. Let me also show you guys this. I don't know how well this works, but it actually had a freaking screen. Look, it still has the peel on it. He took pretty good care of this thing. It does have some paint speckle on top from when he said he was repainting the room that it was in, but I don't think that'll be a problem for Matt and I to get off. So I'm overall super excited. We have already ordered the parts. I just wanted to kind of go ahead and show you guys what we're working with here, and then Matt and I are gonna be building it together, and it's just gonna be so much fun. We've done a lot of sleeper content lately, a lot of resto mod, basically just taking old cases and putting new stuff inside of them. So hopefully you guys are liking it because we know that we're loving it, and when we had the opportunity to get a cool custom case like this that I would be willing to bet we will never have our hands on again, we obviously had to reuse it and make a cool custom resto mod gaming PC. So let's go ahead and start taking this build apart. So since this is automotive grade paint, I figured why not try an automotive tactic by actually buffing and polishing the actual case. So we just took a orbital sander and a really fine polishing wheel, and then we were able to go through with some polishing compound and just really gently, nothing too crazy, get out a lot of those swirls and scratches and any of the big imperfections. We pretty much got rid of all of them and actually brought this thing up to a really nice shine. So I basically kind of buffed with a little bit of grit and then afterwards polished with a really fine wheel, which makes it nice and shiny so that you get that reflection and it looks really good. I even used a headlight compound, which normally is how you fix your headlights, that's how you restore them, and I used that on the acrylic and that actually worked freaking amazing. Like, we're gonna actually start using that method, I think, more often on acrylic and maybe even some glass panels whenever they get kind of destroyed over time, because this thing got out pretty much all of the scratches and all the haze that was in that acrylic panel over time. Alright, talk about this build turning out absolutely amazing. I really do love how shiny this case was able to get, and Jonah got some amazing b-roll of it. That 168 of 200 is just so cool. I love that they proudly display it, because when you're paying like $1,000 for a case, I think that it should be shown. I think that people should know that this is a rare limited edition case, and if you look up that company, like I said, you can see just how much pride they took in their automotive grade paint. And man, you gotta love these old cases and having wheels. I mean, they're heavy, but you can totally still pick them up and move them around. But at the end of the day, it's cool that it's an old gaming case and everything's standard ATX, so we were able to fit our 9070 and our 9600X in there with some other really good supporting parts that, hey, they got an upgrade path and everything. We got plenty of cooling in here. Even though there's not tons of fans, we added some RGB strips, couple fans. It looks great, it's gonna run well, and I'm super stoked with how this turned out.
Alright guys, we are in Halo Campaign Evolved on our nice PC here with the Blue Flame. And we're currently running the following settings. We got a video here. This is a very demanding game, by the way. 1440p, high settings with FSR running on Ultra, so it's like one below. You're basically at like 67% render scale of 1440p. We've got async compute on, which does help if you have a good CPU, and no frame gen just yet, so we're gonna see exactly what we're working with, but I don't think we ain't gonna need no frame gen. For sure, we don't need it. If you want to get a higher refresh rate, we definitely can do it, but
Looks really good.
this is looking good. I might be dead here in a second, hold up.
We're not getting any of that like ratchet, like Vaseline effect right now, which is nice.
Yeah, we talked about this game. It's one of those where like when you run it on proper settings and you're not like cranking the upscaling, it looks glorious.
So good.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But then when you run upscaling, especially at 1080p, it's like one of the most noticeable upscaling we've seen in games. I'm just wondering because it's just all the textures, it really has a lot to work with. But yeah, this rock looks nice. Let's just stare at this rock.
It's textured.
Yeah, look at it. Yeah.
That just would have been a blob back in the day.
Been a blob, but you can see the ring, everything looks good. I'm gonna run through real quick, get some kills, but it's looking pretty good. Oh, they just killed them all for me. Salute, partner, salute. Next best test is when I get the Warthog up here. I can whip around in the Warthog. Oh, there's a couple warts. I do, I don't know if I like it or not, where like literally there's a few enemies left and they put little pings over their head. That's kind of like, a little easy for the gamers,
They made it for the kids.
Oh, whoa, who did that?
Whoa.
Whoa. I used to love whenever the Marines would have like different guns that I wanted. I'd always give them like the little blaster and be like, yeah, good luck with that.
Give them the worst thing ever.
No way. That dude just looked at me and said, don't forget my rank, boy. That's
like you're not Master Chief.
And all right.
You might have forgotten his rank. Imagine
yeah.
that just killed him.
Guys, you got this. Come on. They still act like the same.
NPCs.
Yep, same NPCs here. Yeah, it's holding up really good. 1% lows in the 70s. We're loading in new parts of this map. And arguably, I think this is like one of the best looking maps in the game in terms of the visual quality. Definitely a good representation of CE remastered. So this game looking good. Average of 115, 1% low of 75. Dips a little bit lower once we get closer into this area, but very, very playable. Let's try another game. Ah! Wait.
Guys, we're now playing Apex Legends. We're at 1440p, and we have just maxed out the game as much as it can go. We do have the built-in frame cap that I normally just forget to unlock, honestly. And we're at 144 pretty constantly, so that's all I can really ask for. 1440p max settings. I mean, clearly, we're not trying to get the max FPS, because otherwise we wouldn't be running max settings.
Yeah, and clearly based on the usages, you have so much more to work with. It's just that cap that's kind of holding back the GPU right now. So you can definitely get up to that 300 mark, which is normally the in-game cap that you end up getting once you disable it.
Am I cheating right now? You see me hitting those?
He's kind of.
I'm not gonna do it for the rest of the game now. Well, hold up. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Where's this grenade at? Get it out of my butt.
That boy's not done yet.
I'm not done yet.
There you go.
God. Oh God.
I like your 9070 only pulling 80, 90 watts right now.
It's a power conservation card, Matt. Here's the nice part: when you have a really high-end build, if you're not using all of it, it actually it's not like it's just wasting power. Yeah, it's running everything like just impressively well. I'm very happy with it. I like how the build turned out. The temps are good. The build looks great. I mean, everything about it's just really nice, and I think the person that we did this for is really gonna like it.
Oh, they don't miss. They don't miss. Oh.
Don't worry, Matt. I got this under control.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna get shot in my butt.
Yes. Oh, yes. Ooh.
Trick shot.
Nut tug.
Boom, 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 boom. God, what the hell? Teammates, don't die.
This is where you die.
Oh, God, it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me.
It's gonna
I'm
be
running.
him.
Oh my God.
Oh, it wasn't
me.
him.
Oh, thank God. All right, Apex, max frame rate, frame cap pretty much the whole time, so we got more games to test.
All right, guys, we are in Fortnite. I'm just going to drop right here, straight drop. We're running some higher details. We're running TSR on high settings, DX12. We're not really focused on performance mode here. But we're just gonna see what things are looking like when we really stress that GPU. We'll land here and I'll verify settings so I don't die instantly. But yeah, Fortnite can actually look like a pretty game whenever you run it on those settings instead of performance mode. It's a marvel, it's an idea.
Yeah, we did run built-in benchmarks for you guys at 1080p so you guys can get a little bit of mix.
Post-processing, global illumination. Yeah, we got random global illumination. Illumination. All right, we'll see if we can hold up.
Dude, look at John Wick's hair even moving. This is, we got shadows, we got reflections.
Where's the chest? I need the chest.
All right, now show this guy what's up. Where are you? Look at the water, dude.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh my God, oh God. Man, you're getting double teamed. You're getting double teamed.
I got to redrop off that. That was bad.
Did you see the water though?
That was bad. Guys, it's like I'm doing it all over again. I'm in the exact same spot. This time I have shield though.
Getting some pretty good FPS for it being 1440 and high settings.
Deals are...
Like, it's crazy to think how much you have to sacrifice to go down to like pro settings, and you might get like, I mean, the average might go up by like 120 maybe.
You'll be more CPU bound, especially in this scenario. If you had like a higher end CPU, you might get there, but 9600X, still good CPU. But yeah, no, definitely this is the way to go for this kind of config. Hello!
Mucho macho. Told you, man, only certified hood.
Whoa!
Only certified people playing my lobbies. Check it. He's better regroup and rearm, and he better rock your shit.
Hello? Nope, you're up there. And now I lost him.
Is he crouched somewhere?
Or he's crouched.
He's trying to run.
What is this? Hey, Fortnite, 220 FPS average, 1% level 120. This is our second drop, and we got a kill. Let's go. Let's try something else. Smoke cloud.
All right, guys. So we were playing a game that's it's been out for a little bit, and okay.
So you go to options.
Yeah. Okay. So this is Path of Exile 2. I'm gonna see if I can kill these guys real quick. I don't know what I'm pressing right now. I haven't played this in a long time, so pardon my my noobitry. So we're running the game at pretty much the highest settings I could really find. So we're doing 1440p with no upscaling, and then I changed the game to like high. We do have FSR on, but I don't think it's doing anything. I don't know what the sharpness, does that affect?
85%.
I don't know if that's like, is that the same as render scale? Let's put it to 100.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about it. All right, and then we're running ray tracing max settings.
Look at an FPS capped at 240, by the way.
It's off.
Oh, it is off.
It's like a setting, but it's off currently.
That works.
We're getting 230 to 240 FPS,
Nice.
sometimes more. He's got 256 there. So yeah, this is a game that's I don't know, it's made a weird comeback. Let me know in the comments down below why it's so popular, because PoE 2 is out, but I saw it was like number 5 on the Steam charts. But hey, games like Diablo, World of Warcraft, you know, League of Legends, all like those top-down games, you should be able to run it like the max settings, even at 1440p. And yeah, we ran a bunch of built-in benchmarks at 1080p and even at 1440p, so we have lots more numbers to talk about once we show you guys the finished PC here. Let's wrap it up. So guys, we just finished benchmarking this PC. We got it absolutely polished up and it looks amazing. We obviously did the best we could with cable management because there's so many cables inside this, and we added some nice RGB modern touches with the fans, the RGB strips, and overall, this is really cool getting to work on a case that was over $1,000 when it was new.
And we didn't stop with the benchmarks we already ran. We ran some other ones at 1080p to really stress that CPU performance, and one more game at 1440p, and we're gonna go over those numbers. First up, CS2 1080p low settings, in with an average of 767 FPS, with a 1% low of 230. Of course, we had to throw TF2 in the mix, 1080p max settings, getting an average of 340 FPS with a 1% low of 179. And Palworld, because the game is very popular right now with its 1.0 release, we ran 1440p epic settings. We got an average of 101 FPS with a 1% low of 40.
And then of course we ran 3D Mark Time Spy and we got a overall score of 21,402. The CPU scored 10,394 and the GPU scored 26,323. And at about $1,802, that ends up being an 8 cents per point score, which is really good for a really nice high-end custom build. So we want to know down below what you guys think of this build. And did any of you ever have one of these cases back in the day, or were you envious of the friend who had one?
And if you want to buy any of the parts from this video, well, minus the case, because that is limited edition. You can use the links down below. They are fill links. They will help us out. That 9070 and 9600X combo just still impresses me every single time we benchmark it, and it worked really well in this PC.
So as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
So just to remind you guys, this was a PCBros.tech customer that came in locally to our shop, dropped off the case with all the old parts, and we fully upgraded it. That's something we can do.
So whether you have an old case you just love and you want to reuse in another build and you're local to Louisville, Kentucky, or within driving distance, or you want to buy a whole new gaming PC ready to go with our warranty included, we got you covered at PCBros. Use code ToastyBros on checkout. You will save 3% on your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.